When was the last time you tried something brand new, purely for the sake of doing it? Think about it for a second. Maybe you bought a set of cheap watercolors on a whim. Or you picked up a dusty acoustic guitar sitting in the corner of your room. Maybe you decided to try baking a loaf of sourdough from scratch. What is the very first thing people say when you show them? Almost like clockwork. Someone will look at it and say, "Oh, that is so cool. Are you going to open an Etsy shop?" Or, "You are actually really good at that. You should start a channel." It comes from a good place. Usually, it is meant as a compliment, but notice what happens in your chest the moment those words land. Suddenly, this quiet, peaceful little thing you were doing just for yourself gets dragged right out into the open market. The moment a hobby is labeled as something you could sell, or post, or monetize, it stops being play. It becomes a project. And with projects come expectations, performance, and inevitable pressure. We have somehow tricked ourselves into believing that if a hobby does not yield a finished product, or build a personal brand, or generate a side hustle, it is a waste of time. Welcome back to the Bear Den. Today, we are defending the amateur. We live in a culture that is obsessed with optimization. We track our sleep, we optimize our morning routines, we curate our feeds. And slowly, without even realizing it, that hyper-efficiency bleeds into our downtime. We read books not just to get lost in a story, but to hit a yearly reading goal. We go for walks with fitness trackers on our wrists, measuring our heart rate instead of looking at the trees. When did we get so terrified of just being bad at things? Here is a little history lesson that might change how you see this. The word amateur comes directly from the old French word, which stems from the Latin word amator. Do you know what amateur means? It means one who loves. That is it. An amateur is not someone who is unskilled or uneducated or second-rate. An amateur is simply someone who does a thing purely for the love of doing it. When you do something as an amateur, you are completely free. You do not have to worry about mastery. You do not have to worry about critique. You get to step outside the constant demand to produce and just exist in the middle of the process. Think back to when you were 7 or 8 years old, when a child sits down with a big stack of construction paper and a box of worn-down crayons. They are not thinking about building a portfolio. They are not checking to see if their color palette is trending on social media. They draw because feeling the wax glide across textured paper feels good. They paint a purple sky with a green sun because why not? It is pure, unfiltered exploration. It is play in its highest form. Somewhere along the road to growing up, we lost permission to play like that. We started internalizing the idea that if we cannot do something well, we should not do it at all. So we stop singing unless we have a great voice. We stop writing poetry because we know it sounds a little cheesy. We stop playing instruments because we will never be concert-level musicians. But there is profound healing in making bad art. Singing off-key in your kitchen while dinner is cooking. Writing a rambling, messy journal entry that no one will ever read. Taking a blurry photo on an old film camera. These are not failures. They are acts of quiet rebellion. When you allow yourself to make something messy, something imperfect, you are actively unlearning the lie that your worth is tied to your productivity. You are telling your brain, I am allowed to take up space, even when I am not optimizing. And that brings us to our bear hug of the week. This week, your hug isn't a task to check off or a goal to accomplish. It's a gentle boundary you set for yourself. Sometime in the next few days, I want you to spend just 15 minutes doing something creative, tactile, or expressive, with the explicit rule that it will never touch a screen. Buy a cheap set of watercolors and mess up a page, scribble a terrible poem in an old notebook, sing completely off-key in your car on the way home. No photos, no posts, no asking anyone if it's good. Wrap yourself in the comfort of knowing that your joy doesn't need a public audience to be valid. Keep it sacred. Keep it low stakes. Let it belong entirely to you. Rest isn't something you earn, and joy isn't something you have to monetize. Thank you for spending a few quiet minutes with me here in the Bear Den. If this episode brought a little calm to your day, subscribe, leave a soft review, and share it with someone who might need permission to slow down. Until next time, take a deep breath, lower your shoulders, and give yourself permission to be an amateur.